What's up, guys? This is Andy here, BC Built. Just wanted to show you guys something. Anybody who is a mechanic or an experienced builder knows what these are right here. These are actually feeler gauges. What they're supposed to be used for is shimming gaps in motors and measuring the gaps. Basically what they are, looks like a knife, like a Swiss Army knife kind of thing. It's a whole bunch of strips of metal with different gauges. Like this one is 0.25, which would be 25 gauge. And and then here's 0.0025, which is super thin. So they're all different thicknesses. And what this is used for tattooing is when you're shimming up your coils so your armature bar hits flat and evenly rests on top of that front coil, instead of guessing with washers like, oh, maybe this will shim it up perfect, put it in, pull the armature bar down and see, you use one of these. You stick it in between the top of the coil and the armature bar. If it lays flat, then you know to use to say this would be a 0.25 washer. Now that means you actually have to have the matching washer sizes to all of these. But what I do is, why I have two of them, I actually have a whole bunch. I actually just, some are brass and some are steel. I cut these. I'll see what size I need, and then I'll take my aviation snips and I'll cut out a square. And then you can cut out a little square the size of a washer, and then you can round the edges down, or you could just leave it in a square. And then you use your hole punch that you use for making springs and punch a hole in it, and then you got a perfect size shim washer. What these also can be used for, which I've used on a few occasions when I don't have the right spring size, is they can also be used as tattoo springs. They do come out. You can unscrew this and you can take them out. And from my knowledge, this is where tattoo springs originated. I think it was O'Reilly that made the first inline dual coil tattoo machine. And the springs on them were made out of feeler gauges. Now, you can buy feeler gauges that look just like tattoo spring stock, which would be one of these metal sheets or metal blades here, but it wouldn't be in a knife. It would just be, it comes in like 6 inches long and 12 inches, I believe. Just a little sheet of metal. That's actually what tattoo springs are. Tattoo springs weren't actually created for the purpose of tattooing. They are actually automotive shim gauges or feeler gauges. So for anybody who didn't know that, now you know. So it wasn't like, I believe it was O'Reilly, maybe I got the wrong name, wrong person, didn't go out and be like, oh, I'm going to use, I'm going to go make a flat metal spring for my tattoo machine. No, he ended up using feeler gauges for automotive. And all this spring stock that you can order offline, like from Superior or Infinite Irons, and which basically is an uncut spring. You guys have all seen it. Basically what that is, it's just a feeler gauge from Auto Part Shop. Now these ones aren't the heat treated blue ones. It's the same exact material, just not treated and turned that bluish black color, which it doesn't matter. You don't really need that. Just like Icon springs, some are blued and then the other ones are just silver. This is the exact same material that springs are made out of. But in emergency, which I have done, I'll show you guys later, a couple of my machines actually have these feeler gauges cut into springs, and it's the exact same thing as a tattoo spring. It just doesn't have the blued finish on it. And they're marked. They tell you exactly what they are, like 0.25, 25 gauge is actually 0.635 millimeters. So these, I pretty much, that's why I actually bought 4 of them, just so I don't run out for a while. I use these to shim up my coils to see which size I need. If I put it in and there's still a gap, it's too small, I'll go to the next size. If that fits, I cut the end off, I round it a little bit, punch a hole, and then that's my washer. And it makes my life easier. A lot easier. Also, what I bought while I was there, an assortment of shrink wrap. I already have tons of this shit upstairs. I have tons and tons of shrink wrap, but it always seems that I don't have the one size I need or the one color I want. So I saw these two there that had a variety of sizes, and I just grabbed them. And then this little one the guy gave me for free. I don't know why. I think it was like the last one on the shelf. So anyways, I think these were like $2 a piece, or $3 a piece. We'll just say $2 to $4. But, you know, it has all different spring sizes. Imagine how many springs you can make out of this, or how many washers. You know, this one doesn't have the brass blades, it's all just the steel. This one has a whole bunch of steel and then a couple brass ones. Just if you want the brass look, you're making washers. Now, you can't actually use the brass to make springs. Well, you could, just brass is a lot softer. And I don't think you could use it. It'd probably wear out a lot quicker. You'd burn a hole right through it. It wouldn't bend correctly. But this is basically uncut tattoo springs. This is where tattoo springs originated from. Was feeler gauges, shin gauges. That's it, guys. I thought you guys would find that neat. Anybody who builds machines to know where the actual spring idea came from. Alright, I'm out.